All right.
Ready?
Yep. Joined now by head coach Gary Gait. Opening up for questions.
Garrett's mood like this week. A big win. You feel
weather's
good.
You always
feel
feel,
good.
you always feel good when the sun's out in Syracuse. I can tell you that. So that plus a win at Princeton, that helps bolster the confidence a little bit and sets us up for a huge game against North Carolina.
Speaking of feeling good, face-offs were rolling last week.
Yeah, Jack Fine.
All that work paying off, or what'd you see?
Yeah, Jack Fine. Second game he started, and he really stepped his game up, and hopefully that'll continue as well. He executed well. He picked up the ground balls when he needed to, and was over 60%. So it's nice to see that against a ranked opponent.
It's kind of a unique setting for a game. Tell me how this came together, and kind of the recruiting aspect of it, and everything about playing.
Well, it was just an opportunity. We couldn't work out a date with Cornell, and we wanted to. We reached out to Princeton, looking for a game to fill that space, and it worked out that that weekend we had off, they had off, and originally scheduled for here, but we had the monster truck rally in the dome, so we couldn't play here. So we went down there, and we had over 130 alumni from our Alumni Association of New Jersey come to the game, and we had a party bus full of lacrosse alums show up, and a lot of the people said it felt like it was half Syracuse, half Princeton, and we had an incredible turnout. So it was really awesome.
On that same note, you got a neutral site game this week. Kind of unique setup here. Play team, in Maryland, but you're playing North Carolina.
Yeah.
And recruiting comes into effect. But tell me how this came together.
Well, this came together through trying to alleviate the travel issues when we're playing 2 games against an opponent. So this was set up this year. We were going to play Duke in a neutral site, and then Carolina in a neutral site, and those were both going to be the opponents that we played twice this year. Well, it ended up that we voted to get away from the current system of playing 2 teams twice, and we're going back to a regular 4-game ACC schedule next year with a championship tournament at the end. So when that happened, luckily Coach Bresci said that would be fine to play in Maryland. He couldn't make us go down there and play a home game, but he said we've scheduled it, it's all set, we'll go play it. So we get an opportunity to play in front of Maryland fans, where we've been recruiting really well lately. So we're happy to be there.
Coach, anything behind good counsel specifically, or was it just that's where it was?
Corrigan Sports Enterprises, they're the ones hosting the game for us, and they had a relationship and thought the stadium would be a great fit for the game, and I heard attendance is going to be good, and it should be a great turnout.
Coach, just with the man-up offense, Joey's got 10 goals in that man-up. Is he kind of your go-to guy there, or do you think it's just with the defensive group?
Yeah, I think playing that low right spot, they slide up, the ball's up top. That gets him an opportunity, and he's been finishing well from down there. So, it's certainly part of the man-up. But I think there's lots of other players that have had success as well.
How have you seen the man-up evolve over the season? How are teams maybe changing how to attack you with that?
Well, the good thing is Coach March has been changing up what we do every week, and sometimes going back to some old stuff, new plays, old plays. So he keeps it fresh, so that it makes it a little tougher to scout. But the real key is just skilled players that move the ball well, and they're shooting pretty well right now. So I think we're top 5 man up in the country, and it seems like we've had an awful lot of opportunities as well. So I don't know why our games seem to have more fouls than most when you look at the stats, but it goes both ways.
What is it about Joey at this point? What is he comfortable with? What do you see that has evolved in his game?
Well, I think Princeton was a big step for him to play that well against a ranked opponent, and that's what we need out of him. If we're gonna win these games, we need him to play well, and we got 3 games going here, a run of ranked top 5 opponents and top 10 with Carolina, and we need him firing on all cylinders. So I think he's building confidence with every week. And he's getting better, and now he gets to go against the best again. So hopefully he can keep that up and keep it continuing.
Coach, Carolina's got 5 sets of brothers on its team. Obviously, it's a topic that you know well. What does that familiarity do for you on the field?
Having brothers? Well, it just depends on how you're playing them. Certainly if they're offensive teammates, should have pretty good chemistry when you have brothers. Other times they play different ends of the field, and it doesn't really affect the play as much. But it's always nice to have siblings in your program. It means that you've done a great job for the most part. How you treat the players, and so well that their younger siblings want to follow them and come to the program. And I know in my process as a coach, that's always been important to me, and I think it's good for team chemistry, and people love the program, and their siblings follow the older players, and I think it's a good system and a good place to be.
2 more questions.
Michael Leo's used a lot of that open space when the defenses are focusing on the other talented guys you have on attack. How have you seen him use those opportunities one-on-one throughout the year, and how is he continuing to grow as the season?
Well, he's getting his confidence. He's gaining every week, and he's been shooting better the last few games, and taking advantage when they're not going to slide. He's going to go to the net and score, and that's what we need him to do. We need him to draw the slide. So the good thing is he's been getting the short stick most of the time. So dodge against the short, they're not going to slide, finish the shot, and score a goal. It's been great.
Gary, what's the story with this Target's team now versus the first time you played?
They played lights out against us the first time. I haven't seen a team shoot like that in the Dome in a long time. They had a great success. The shots just seemed to ping the corners, and they've been up and down, and we're hoping to get them on a down day rather than an up day. So, they have the potential, much like we do, to beat anybody in the country, and then they have the potential not to play well, which we've seen. So we're just going to try and execute and do our best, and put them in, make it tough for them to play well.
Great. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Indeed.